All right, so as I mentioned before, when you use MongoDB, which is a NoSQL database, it's schemaless, meaning that you don't have to define a certain schema on the database level. However, it's good practice to define a schema on your application level. So that's what Mongoose allows us to do, is we can define a schema in our application. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our files over here, and we're going to create in the root directory a folder called models. All right, and inside models, we're going to create a new file, and we're going to call it idea with a capital I.js. Okay, it's always good practice to capitalize your model names, even the file name. So what we're going to do is bring in Mongoose. So const mongoose equals require mongoose. All right, and then we're going to say const schema, and we're going to bring that in from mongoose.schema. All right, and then we're going to create our schema. So to do this, we create a variable called, let's call it idea schema. Okay, we're using Pascal case, so capital, every word should be capitalized. And then we're going to set it to a new schema. Okay, and then inside the schema, we pass in an object with the different fields that we want. So for our video ideas, what do we want? We want the title. Okay, so this is going to be mapped to an object that has a type, which is going to be a string. Okay, we're also going to say that we want this to be required, so we'll say required true. All right, in addition to a title, it's going to have details. Okay, so details is also going to be a string, and it's going to be required. And then one more thing we're going to have is a date. All right, so date, we're going to say type will be date. And then we're going to set the default here. You can set defaults, and it's going to be set to date.now. So whatever the current timestamp is, that's what's going to get put in here automatically. We're not even going to have to worry about inserting the date. It'll do it on its own. All right, now once we do that, once we set up our schema, we can just say mongoose.model. Okay, so we're going to create our model, and we're going to call it ideas, and it's going to be connected to the idea schema, and that's it. Okay, so we'll save that, and there we go. There's our schema, or I'm sorry, our model. Now to use this, okay, we're going to want to use this in some routes, which we haven't created yet, but let's go ahead and go to app.js, and let's bring the model into this file so that we can at least use it when we need to. So we'll go under where we connected to Mongoose, and we'll say load idea model. So to do this, we're going to first require the file that we just created. So we're going to say require ./models, dot meaning that we're looking in the current directory that we're in. Okay, we're in app.js right now, so we're looking in the current directory into models. And then we want to look at idea. Okay, we don't need to put .js, just the name of the file. And then after that, we just want to load the model into a variable. So we're going to say const idea, and we're going to set that to mongoose.model. Mongoose.model, and then we're going to pass in the name of the model, which is ideas. All right, and then we can use that. Whoops, let's see what we get down here. Looks like we get an error. Whoops, forgot the L. All right, so now we created a model and we brought it in, and it's ready to be used. So what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to start to create some more routes. Okay, what I want to do is have a form that we can use to add a video idea and then save that to the database using the idea model. All right, so I will see you in the next video.